Okay, I'm Hank Klynsoon. I'm a resident of Spences Bridge, and our residence is right here across the road. And we had a meeting recently that was conducted by Dwayne Rocky and his wife, and Dwayne is right here taking this video, and that was about fire prevention. And we had to introduce ourselves. So when my turn came up, I immediately brought up our last disaster in Quebec, Lac Megantic, and our concerns here with the railroad. The proximity to the railroad, as you can see, is it's about 30 meters, less than 100 feet. And with the speed, especially at night, of some of the engineers coming through town here at, I believe, up to 100 kilometers an hour, and sometimes in excess of that, I believe. And if you kind of see what we call a dog lake in the rails, we got a hard ride here, and with the accident in Lac Megantic, the train hit down at 101 kilometers an hour on a soft left turn. And as you can see, we got a fairly hard right one, and that's our concern is at these speeds. If we do have a derailment, you can see that this side of town would be in jeopardy, I believe. So at the meeting, I asked why or does the railroad companies, on this side we got CP, on the other side CN, and have any speed limits in town. And the representative from MOT, Ministry of Transportation, didn't really have an answer. If we are on the road here, the speed here is 50 kilometers an hour, even though not many people obey that. But for the railroad, is there a speed limit for this town? We believe at 30 or 40 kilometers an hour, it only takes 5 minutes off their schedule to get up to speed again once they're out of town. Because we do know during the day what we see is engineers coming into town at a very reasonable speed, 40 kilometers, 50 kilometers. The minute they're out of town here, but that means about 300 meters, they hit the bridge, they put the coals to it. And but that means is it's amazing how quickly they get up to speed. And length of trains here could be up to 180 cars. By the time they're halfway through town, they're at full speed here. Yes, the Loki is out of town, but the rest of the cars still have to follow. And it's a big concern, especially with Proctor cars going by. We really don't know what they're carrying. It must be hazardous goods. Proctor is, of course, the leaser of these cars. Don't know what's in them. But if we had a derailment, consequences would be disastrous for us here. So what I'm asking is it so hard to implement a speed limit? Say you're coming in a community like this, you cut her down to 30, 40 kilometers an hour, wait till we're out of town, doesn't take you long, and put the coals to her and carry on. And it was as simple as that. You know, we're very worried about it, but we believe this is an opportune time to bring it up with the sad part, what happened in Quebec, Lac Megantic, the disaster. But if authorities don't listen now, they'll never listen. So I guess that's my point. And I'm glad that Dwayne took this on himself to start this, because this is our opportunity to bring this up and hope we'll get somewhere, because it's a great concern.